You know, I didn't realize that I was living the life of a cuck until I finally started to take heed of everything that I was doing. In the very, very beginning, right? Most of the time, the way that the cuck pipeline starts is you're invisible, nobody cares about you, which is most men, right? And then you start to spectate. You start to watch other people around you. Maybe it's in high school, maybe it's in junior high school, maybe it's in elementary school, all the cool kids, right? You fantasize about what they're doing and you put yourself in their shoes. And I used to always imagine myself like the popular kids in my own room, looking in the mirror, looking at myself and saying, why doesn't anybody accept me? Why doesn't anybody care about me? I would just watch and just watch and just watch. And I would feel a rush every time that I saw someone living out the life that I wanted to live, even at that young of an age. Then that transitions into porn. Then you start to watch that shit. And that becomes another elevated version of cuckery, where you're watching another man do something to a woman that you want or think you want. And you're watching him do things that you wish you could do with a woman. And you just get a pleasure and you just get a thrill off of it. Right? And then that transitions. But I say all this because I've went through the same pipeline as you. And I had to snap out of it. Right? And then we stop watching porn. We stop doing all these things. And we get into the self-improvement thing. But our version of self-improvement is just watching somebody else talk about it and not taking any action. By the way, there's nothing wrong about consuming information or content that helps you. But if you don't implement it, you're a fucking cuck. It's a fact. You're a cuck of life. You're a cuck of other men, watching other men succeed, watching other men get the things that you want, while you sit there and you get a short boost of dopamine, of motivation, seeing them do something. Maybe you saw some cool reel, or you saw some motivation of some man fighting, or some man driving a nice car that you wanted, or some man having a woman that looks good and you wish you had a woman that looks good. Now you live your whole life through somebody else. That's cuckery. It's not just a man watching his wife get fucked. That's the surface level of cuckery. The real cuckery is when you literally are watching everybody else win. We see this even when we watch sports. I see so many people get up. I'm not obsessed with sports at all. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch football. I don't watch really any sports, to be real with you. I don't. Somebody asked me what happened in the last Super Bowl. I don't know. Because I'm busy living my life. It's the same with you. You probably watch a lot of sports. Watching sports, a lot of people won't agree with me on this because I'm going to hit a nerve, is a form of cuckery. You're watching another person perform and you wish you could be on that field and feel that glory, but you're not. So it's a form of fucking cuckery. Again, I say this in the harshest way. It's fine if you watch sports sometimes, but some people get so invested in sports. They put on the jersey. You're wearing another man's jersey. You're putting on another man's legacy, his last name on your back, because you want to be him so bad. You put James on the back of your shirt, on the back of your jersey, because you want to be James. So you admire James. You look up to all of these men. The same way you used to look up to the man who was fucking the girl that you wanted in porn. You didn't even realize this. But now modern day has turned men into cucks of life. I see so many men just scrolling through videos, watching, oh my God, this, oh my God, that, look, he's driving this car. Oh, this motivated me. You still haven't done shit. It's one thing to watch something. It's the same, right? I'll say this. This is a little controversial. I think if you're watching porn for the sake of understanding, and honestly, that's not even a good example because even porn itself is not even a good representation of what sex is. But if you have no idea, maybe it somehow tells you something and you go and you want to have sex or you try to go have sex, that might be a little bit better than just watching that and just staying with that and never talking to a woman. Just beating off in front of the screen. You have your phone, oh my God, and then you miss the towel and shit. You're like, oh shit, I missed the towel, let me put that away. I gotta put some jokes in for you guys, man. But it's modern cuckery, all of it. When you're watching another man win, When you're hating on another man on social media, it's a form of cuckery. You're watching him win while you either are resentful, you wish you were that person, or you resent that person because they're still making success despite the fact that they think very differently than you. You are a fucking cuck. I'm in my bag today. It's not as calm as it usually is because I'm passionate about this shit. I used to be this shit. I used to be invisible, trying to live my life through other people, trying to watch other people win and feeling good, not because I won, but because I felt like I was in that experience. I'd be going on Instagram, I'd be watching people do this, watching people do that. And I'd be admired. I'd watch somebody with an amazing physique and I wouldn't even put forth effort in my physique. This is when I was playing basketball. I wouldn't even go to the gym. I'd be like, oh, he has a nice physique. That's dope. Oh, that's a cool exercise. Man, I get hyped up. I'm not going to the fucking gym though. I'm not taking my diet seriously. I'm a fucking cuck. I watch another man have a woman walking with a woman and I imagine myself being the same type of person in that same environment and I take zero action. What's the difference between you watching self-improvement, watching motivation, watching success videos, and doing nothing about it than the man who's watching porn and doing nothing about his female situation, his romantic situation? In my mind, I know it sounds crazy, I don't see the fucking difference. Because either way, you're frying your dopamine receptors. Either way, you're taking zero action. Either way, you're going backwards in some form of life. Either way. Every time you watch somebody win and you keep watching them win and you do nothing about it, you're not winning yourself. It's different if you're winning and you watch somebody else and you give them support. That's great. That's not a form of cuckery. But when you know you don't have what it is that you want and you're watching other people have the shit that you want, I don't care what it is. Doesn't have to be a car. Doesn't have to be money. Doesn't have to be anything. Whatever it is that you want, if you find yourself observing third person, that's the thing. All men nowadays live in third fucking person. Third person. They go out there, they watch somebody else win, and they're just in third person. They're never in first person. They never have control of their life. They'd rather watch somebody else take control of their life. I remember when I saw guys traveling the world and I was like, shit, I want to do that. I live in fucking Romania now. I didn't just sit in the US and fantasize about it and watch guys travel around the world and go to a different destination. I did that shit. It's a fact. This shit should wake you up because you're sitting here, you're consuming. You haven't produced shit and you wonder why you're broke. When someone comes and tells me I'm not making money, I'm broke, that literally means that you provide zero value to society because money comes from value. Money comes from something that you have that other people want that they'll pay you to get. That's value. That's how you make money. That's why I don't make money videos and business model videos because a lot of you wouldn't even fucking do it because you think money should be coming to you because you somehow deserve it. You're entitled. You think because you watched a reel of somebody who's rich or you watched a billionaire reel or you read some fucking affirmations, you think that you should be making money. And when you don't, you're like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not making money? Life is unfair. No, you're not valuable. You're invisible. Nobody respects you. You know why? Because you're a spectator. I can walk into a room. This is how you shake rooms. When you're in the first person of your life, everything is fucking congruent. Everything you do is congruent. The way you think is congruent with how you act, with the results that you have in your life. When you see a man like that walk into a room, his physique is on point because that's what he wanted and he got it. He has the woman that he wanted by his arm and he has it. He has the money that he needs to make because he went out and got it. That's congruency. That man walks into a room, he owns the fucking room. That's the facts, fellas. And once I started realizing this, I started thinking, yeah, I gave up porn. But what the fuck am I doing with my life? I'm a third person in my life. I'm not just a third person to pixels on the screen of two people having sex. I'm also a cuck in life. That's deeper. That hits way worse. This video probably hits you so hard. And if it doesn't, and you're in the situation that I'm describing, you're a fucking retard. Because at the end of the day, nothing will change until you become the first person in your life. Your life becomes a movie that other people start to watch, that are even successful. Even successful people want to watch you. Because they're like, this guy is living his life. He's doing everything he wants to do. He's a fucking savage. Everything he wants, he goes and he gets. Pause, no Diddy. Because I remember he posted that shit one time. But it was a fact. Everything you want, you have to go get. No Diddy. Everything. But you're stuck on the sidelines. You're watching other people win and you're feeling bad for yourself. Oh, woe is me. I'm not making 10K a month like that guy. I don't have a girlfriend, or I can't, women don't like me. But I'm going to watch somebody else. I'm going to watch the guy who does dumbass cold approach lives and shit and just live life through him. Not even taking the information he's giving you to go do it in real life. Just watching, observing. You're like a fly on the fucking wall of life. Watching everybody else live their life and you sitting there. And the sad part about it is life doesn't just stay with you. Life goes like this, forward. And you, by default, if you stay here, you are going backwards because life is the reference point. Life, the life that you live right now, the present moment, as more present moments go by, because the future doesn't exist and the past doesn't exist. The present moment does. As the present moment flies by you, you stay right there in the fucking past, which means logically you disappear because now you don't even fucking exist because you just live in the past. You're not making any progress. You have to be outrunning life because life is running. People are progressing. You can watch someone. There are people who watched me at 40 subscribers. I'm now at, I think, 72,000 subscribers. There are people who sat there and watched and didn't make a single piece of content, even though they told me, I want to start YouTube. They never fucking started. So start. Stop being a cuck of life. Do the shit that it is that you have to do. Be the person that it is that you have to be and achieve more because that's all that matters. All that matters is you taking action, being the first person, not being a fucking cuck. Because that's not who you should be. That's not who you were created to be. I hope this shit rang true to you. I haven't done a motivational thing like this in a while because, to be honest, it's posturing every single time I'm ranting and shit. You know what I mean? So I hope this was valuable for you. Links will be in the description. I have a Savage Mindset video training free that you can have. Links will be in the description. All my courses will be there too. I'm also coaching men to be undeniable men, which means high quality women, elite women will obsess over you and other men will respect you. I will turn you into that man personally. So if that's something you're interested in, apply. Link will be in the description. I appreciate you and I'll catch you on the next video.